Welcome to another video of Tally tutorials. Today we are going to learn how we can pass journal entries using Tally predefined vouchers. Vouchers are used to pass journal entries in Tally. So let's begin. Open Tally software. So first you need to open a company. Here I am going to demonstrate the same example that we have had in the previous tutorials. So I am going to select a company. This is a company that we have created. You can download the file from the description section below. So I am going to open my company. My company is already open. This is a company name. So no vouchers entered till now. So just go to check whether the ledgers are created or not. For that, select Accounts Info, select Ledgers, then select Display from Multiple Ledgers. Then opt the All Items. You see, all the 27 ledgers are already created. Among these, you can see Profit and Loss account is already there and cash account is already there. So you need to create the remaining ledgers. No need to create the cash and P&L account. So now we are going to pass journal entries one by one. I'm going to explain one or two examples from each vouchers. So remaining you can do in your exercise. Okay. So move to Gateway of Tally. Now we are in the Gateway of Tally. You need to select the accounting vouchers from transaction submenu in the Gateway of Tally for passing journal entries. So select accounting vouchers. This is the window that you are going to use for passing journal entries. This is a voucher type that we are going to handle. Here it is payment voucher. It is the default one. This is a voucher number 1. Here you can modify the date of the transaction. It is the 1st April 2019. You can modify it. And this is the area that we are going to enter the journal entry. Here you can see the narration area and you can see the amount total. These are the different components in the voucher entry window. So here you can see particulars and amount. So we need to change it to double entry accounting system. This is a single entry accounting system. For that, you need to select, here you can see F12 configure. So select that function key. Here you can see some settings. First of all, use single entry mode for payment receipt contra vouchers. It is set to yes. You need to change it to, no. Clear? So change the single entry to no. Automatically Tally shifting single entry mode to double entry mode. The next thing is that, this is very important, use CRDR instead of to buy. You can use either credit or debit or you can use to or buy. Get it? Cash account debtor to. You can use to or you can use CR or DR. That is up to you. Here using CRDR instead of to buy is set to no. That means we are going to use to and buy. If you want to use CR and DR, you can set it to yes. Here I am going to use CR and DR. That is more convenient. Which ledger is credit and which ledger is debit. So these two changes are very important. Change your single mode to double entry and change your CRDR, or you can set it to and buy. Here I am going to set it CR and DR. Then leave remaining items as it is, then save. Now you can see DR and CR. You can change it to here. Okay, now the first journal entry is John started business with cash rupees 10 lakh. This is the first journal entry. So two involving journals are cash account and capital account. Journal entry is cash account debtor to capital. We are going to pass the journal entry cash account debtor to capital. Before that, you need to change the voucher type because cash account debtor to capital is a receipt voucher. So here it is shown as payment. So we need to change this payment voucher into receipt voucher. For that, You can see it here in the button bar. You can see the different types of vouchers. So change it to receipt, or you can press F6. F6 is a shortcut key of receipt voucher. So click it here. Automatically Tally convert that voucher into receipt. Now it is okay. So receipt number 1. Now we need to change the date of transaction. Our date of transaction is 1/4/2019. For that, you can just press F2. Just press F2. So you can change it 1/4/2019. Okay, then press enter key. So two things we need to do before passing journal entry. The first thing is that you need to change the voucher type. Second is change the date. The next thing is pass journal entry. Here first is CR. Normally receipt vouchers are demanding credit account first, then debit account. Okay, so cash account debtor to capital. So we need to enter capital first because capital is the credit ledger. Then pass journal entry 10 lakh. So next automatically demanding debit. So press enter. Don't need to change that debit. Just press enter. Then select cash. Okay. So you can see the ledgers here. You can select from the list of ledgers shown in the right hand side of this window. Select cash. Automatically amount display there 10 lakh. So enter. Here you can see the narration. No need to write any narrations here. So press enter. Then it demanding accept or not. Here I am going to give yes for accepting. Now we are past one journal entry, that is cash account debtor to capital. Get it? The second entry I am going to enter is open bank account with Citibank. So two ledgers involved in this transaction, Citibank account and cash account. So this is a contra voucher. You need to first change the type of voucher to contra. Here is the contra voucher. Either you can press F4 or click on the contra voucher. Automatically the color of window is changed to white. So automatically you can see the list of accounts here. Only two ledgers, cash account and Citibank account. So the entry is Citibank account debtor to cash. So credit is cash. Cash account is credited with 4 lakh. The next is Citibank account. Debit is Citibank account. So Citibank account debtor to cash. Automatically you can see the 4 lakh there. So press enter key. So Tally demanding the bank allocations for Citibank. So cash is 4 lakh. You can see a summary of that transaction. The date you can automatically display. The Tally demanding the dimensions of cash that you are going to deposit in that bank. How many 2000 rupee currency are there, or how many 1000 rupee currency are there. So if you need, you can give that particular statistics, or you can avoid it. Here I am going to avoid all these transactions. Bank account, then transaction is over. So sometimes according to settings, some versions of Tally not demanding the dimensions of currencies. If it is not, you can just avoid it. So narrations are there. Then accept yes or no. Press yes. Now we are past that contra entry, that is Citibank account debtor to cash. The next transaction is bought furniture for rupees 25,000. So we are purchased a fixed asset called furniture. So entry is furniture account debtor to cash. So it is a payment voucher. So we are paying money and acquiring a fixed asset. First of all, we need to change it to payment voucher. You can press F5 or press this button. Next, you need to change the date of transaction. The date of transaction is 3/4/2019. So April 3rd, 2019. For that, press F2. 3/4/2019. By pressing F2, you can change that date, modify that date. Press enter key. Now date is changed. We can see the date here, 3rd April. Now set the voucher to payment. So payment, debit is first demanding. So furniture account debtor, you can press F. You can see that ledger there, furniture account. The amount is rupees 25,000. Press enter key. Then demanding the credit ledger, that is cash, because we purchase furniture by paying cash. Cash account credited 25,000. Demanding narration, leave as it is, accept, yes. Yes, it's over. The next transaction is sold goods for cash 8,000. So we are going to pass journal entry using sales voucher because all type of sales need to pass using sales voucher. So you need to change the voucher type to sales, or you can press F8. Here I am going to click on this button. So the voucher is changed to sales. You can see it here. Next step is you need to change the date of transaction. For that, press F2. Then change the date. The date is April 6, 2019. So 6/4/2019. Press enter key. Now the voucher type is changed to sales and the date is changed to 6 April 2019. Next important thing is that when you are handling purchase and sales vouchers, you need to make some modifications in this voucher window. Listen carefully. First one, you can see this is not a debit credit window. You can see a particular rate per amount. This is an invoice. This is called the invoice. Here you can see item invoice. Click that. Automatically this window changed to item invoice. Item name, quantity, rate per quantity, amount. This is the item invoice. If you click again that accounting invoice, that means now it is the item invoice. We are going to change it to accounting invoice. We need that. So click on accounting invoice. Automatically that window shifted to the previous one that we are seeing before. So this is accounting invoice, but we need as voucher, not an invoice. Get it? For that, next step is that here you can see as voucher. So now it is displayed as invoice. We need to convert that into voucher. So click on this. Now you can see debit, credit. Get it? Once again, first of all, you need to change it to accounting invoice. Next, change it to vouchers. Get it? So sales is reference number. You can give a reference for your sales. Here I'm going to give some number 5645. You can give some other numbers or you can avoid that. So reference number is there. Then press enter key. So sold goods for cash. Journal entry is cash account debtor to sales. Cash account debtor to sales. So select cash. So here the tally demanding the carrier or agent name. You can leave that fields. Then buyer's address or buyer's name, you can give it as we are going to conduct a cash sales. So no need for that. The state. So these details you can skip, no problem. So then enter the amount of sales. So sales is 8,000. Press enter key. Now cash account debtor to sales. So select that sales ledger from that list of ledgers in the rightmost side of this window. Select sales. Automatically demanding the item name that we are going to sell. So just leave as it is because we are handling this sales as invoice, accounting invoice, not an item invoice. So there is no item that we are going to handle here. So just enter key. Automatically a tally displays 8,000 as the credit balance. So press enter key. If you want, you can give the narration or you press enter key, press Y for accepting this. This way you can pass the sales journal entry. Now we are going to pass another journal entry, that is purchase journal entry. The same way you can pass a purchase journal entry. So the transaction is that goods purchased on credit from MTL Company Limited for rupees 25,000. So we are going to pass a credit purchase transaction. Whether a purchase is credit or cash, you need to use the purchase voucher. Okay, so we need to convert the sales voucher into purchase voucher. For that, you can press F9 or you can press this button, purchase button. Now you can see the window. Make sure that this is a accounting invoice. Yes, it is an accounting invoice. You can press it, automatically it converted into item invoice. So press on accounting invoice. Next thing is that we need to convert this into voucher. This is an invoice. Now we need to convert this into a voucher. So press on as voucher. Now it is converted into voucher. So when you are purchasing an item, you can see a supplier invoice number. So you can enter that bill number here. So this is a bill number. This is the date of purchase. So you can give the date of purchase here. Automatically Tally replaces the date of purchase at the same date of the transaction. So I am going to change the date of transaction. So I forgot that. So press F2. The transaction date is, here I am going to give 10th April. So 10th for 2019. These transactions are from the example that we are discussed in the previous tutorials. You can download this example from the description section below. So 10th April. Now we can change the date of purchase to 10th April 2019. Okay. Now it's demanding the credit ledger. So purchase goods from MTL Company Limited on credit. So journal entry is purchase account debtor to MTL Company Limited. So purchase account debtor to MTL. So credit is MTL Company Limited. So select that MTL Company Limited account. Automatically Tally demanding the address of the company. If you want, you can enter or you can leave it as blank. The state. Now need to enter the amount of purchase. It is 25,000. You can see it's 25,000. Now you can enter a reference of this transaction because you are purchasing some goods. So you can, it's a credit purchase. You need to give that money to the supplier. So for that purpose, you can enter a reference name. Here I am going to give MTL1 for the identification. So due date of the credit. That means when you pay the credit to the MTL Company Limited, you can give that date. Tally automatically remind you. So I am leave it as blank. So amount 25,000 credit. Now Tally demanding the debit balance is automatically purchase. Purchase account is the debit balance. So name of item demanding because there is no item in our transaction because we are handling accounting invoice, not the item invoice. So leave as it is. So 25,000 is the debit balance. Press enter key. If you want, you can give the narration or leave it as blank. Then press enter, then accept yes. Now the purchase transaction is over. So this way you can pass the purchase and sales entries. You need a special care when you pass sales and purchase entry because a lot of settings you need to change before passing the journal entries of purchase and sales. The next journal entry we are going to pass is withdraw from bank for personal use rupees 25,000. So if you are withdrawing money from bank for your personal use, it is considered as drawings. If you are withdraw the money for office use, it is just treated as drawing money for office use. So here the proprietor withdraw the money from bank for his personal use. So it is a drawings. So the journal entry is drawings account debtor to Citibank account. So we need to reduce the amount in the Citibank account. So we credit that bank account to Citibank account. So here we are going to enter this transaction using payment voucher because drawings is considered as a payment towards the proprietor from the capital. So change the voucher to payment. You can press F5 or you can just click on this button payment. Next, we need to enter the date of transaction F2. I'm going to enter it 18th April 2019. So demanding the debit ledger. Debit ledger is drawings. So select drawings. Amount is 25,000. Press enter key. Next is Citibank account. Then 25,000 is there. Press enter. Same as the previous example. Leave as it is. Then narration. Accept yes or no? Yes. So this is a method of passing drawings journal entry in Tally. Next transaction is commission received rupees 2,450. Commission received. It is a receipt journal. It is a receipt journal. So we need to change the voucher type to receipt. For that, click on F6 or you can click this button, receipt, F6. Next step is change the date of transaction. So press F2. Here I am going to give the date of transaction as 15th April 2019. Okay. So received transaction, commission received rupees 2,450. The entry is cash account debtor to commission received account. Cash account debtor to commission received account. So pass the journal entry, cash account debtor. So first is credit. So commission received account. Amount is 2,450. The next is cash. Automatically cash balance increases 2,450. Leave the narration, accept yes. This is the method of entering receipt vouchers. The next transaction is sales return. So for that, first of all, we are going to pass a journal entry of sales. Then we can pass the journal entry of sales return. The journal entry is sold goods to Xavier for rupees 35,000. Sold goods to Xavier for rupees 35,000. It is a credit sales. So for that, we need to change the voucher type to sales. So F8 or press the sales button. Next step is change as voucher. Okay. Now need to change the date of transaction. So press F2. I'm going to change the date of transaction to 22/4/2019. Okay. So pass the journal entry. Sold goods to Xavier. Entry. Xavier account debtor to sales. Xavier account debtor to sales account. So Xavier account debtor. The carriage name. Address of the sundry debtor. So amount of transaction 35,000. So the reference due date is demanding, just leave as it is. Then credit is sales. Name of item, no need to enter it because we are considered as voucher type. So 35,000. Narration, no. So this is the way. So here we are already past the journal entry of credit sales and accept yes. Next is sales return. Journal entry is that goods returned from Xavier rupees 5,000. That means on 22nd April we sold goods to Xavier and 23rd April Xavier returned goods amounting rupees 5,000. We need to pass that journal entry. Sales return. So entry of sales return is sales return account debtor to Xavier. Sales return account debtor to Xavier. So there is no involvement of cash or bank. So we need to pass this journal entry using journal, or you can use credit note voucher. Here we are going to enter this sales return using journal voucher. Okay. So change this voucher type into journal. You can press F7. Need to change the date of transaction. F2. 23rd of April 2019. Press enter key. So the journal entry is sales return account debtor to Xavier. So select sales return. Amount 5,000 to Xavier. 5,000. So we have already sold to Xavier amounting rupees 35,000. So 5,000 is automatically deducted from there. You can see the balance 30,000. Okay. Then press enter key. Then leave as it is. Narration, if you want, you can pass. Then accept. Yes. So this way you can pass journal entries using journal voucher, or you can use sales return using credit note voucher. We can use either of these. The next, how we can pass the journal entry of purchase return. Okay, so for that, first we need to pass the journal entry of purchase. So the journal entry is purchased goods from CRL Company Limited 2 lakh. Purchased goods from CRL Company Limited for 2 lakh. So journal entry is purchase account debtor to CRL Company Limited. Purchase account debtor to CRL Company Limited, rupees 2 lakh. So need to change the voucher type to purchase. So press F9 or click on the purchase button. Next step is need to change as voucher. Now we need to change the date of transaction. Press F2. So date 21st April 2019. So journal entry is purchase account debtor to CRL Limited. So select CRL Limited as the party name. The amount is 2 lakh. Press enter. Give a reference number for the payment. Next is purchase. No items. So 2 lakh. Narration is nil. Press enter. Yes. Now we are already past the journal entry purchase from CRL Limited for rupees 2 lakh. The second journal entry, goods returned to CRL Company Limited for rupees 8,000. Among that 2 lakh purchase, 8,000 is damaged, so we return that good to CRL Company Limited. Okay, so the transaction is goods returned to CRL Company Limited, rupees 8,000. So we need to pass this journal entry using journal voucher. So change the voucher type to journal or press F7. Now change the date of transaction, F2. I'm going to change the transaction date 24 April 2019. So the journal entry is that. So the journal entry for the purchase return is CRL Company Limited account debtor to purchase return. So CRL Company Limited account debtor. Select the CRL Company Limited. CRL Company Limited. Amount 8,000. Give the reference number. To purchase return 8,000. You see, we have already purchased from CRL Company for amount 2 lakh. So after return, automatically you see here, balance of CRL Company reduced by 8,000, 1,92,000, and purchase return credited with 8,000. Press enter key, leave as it is, accept, yes. This way you can pass the purchase return journal entry. So now we have already learned the contra voucher, how we can pass a contra entry, how we can pass a receipt, how we can pass a journal entry of payment, how we can pass a journal entry of purchase and sales, purchase return, sales return. So this way we can follow the same procedure for all type of journal entries. So do your exercise. In the next video, we are going to learn how we can display different financial reports in Tally. That is very important. So I hope you enjoy this video. So see you on next video. Thank you.